Hi everyone, welcome to another digital class at basicgrade.com. This week I'm going to be showing you how to make some photo cards for the holidays. And photo cards are really popular around the holidays to send to family and friends, a picture of your family, of your children, anything like that. So I'm going to show you how you can use the Blitzen digital collection to create two different photo cards. So I'm going to start out with, let's do this one right here. So I'm just going to minimize it so I can put it off to the side. And I'm going to start out with a new blank document. It needs to be 5 inches by 7 inches tall and at 300 resolution. 5 by 7 is a very common photo card size, and so there are a lot of places online that you can upload your finished photo card and have them printed. So I'm just using a standard size that those sites use. Okay, so 5 by 7, and I'm going to go ahead and let's see, we have some things from the starter kit. There's a little tag here that says waiting for Santa. I'm going to drag that up onto it. It's really large, so I'm going to size it down. About like that will work, I think. And I'll hit the green check mark to lock that in. I'm going to bring it down here to the side. Okay, now I'm going to pull this out so I can see it. I'm going to draw a shape. I'm going to come down here and select the rectangle tool. And I'm just going to draw a little shape right here. This is going to be the little strip of ribbon, quote unquote ribbon. I'm selecting my move tool and just sliding that down so it's the center of the tag. And then I'm going to move it behind the tag over in the layers palette. Okay, now I need my striped pattern paper. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that up onto the document. I'm going to slide that over a little bit, and then I can do Command G or Control G if you're on a PC, and that snaps that pattern into the shape below. This is a clipping mask. Okay, now we want the dots, so we're going to drag the dots pattern up into our documents, and I'm going to make it a lot smaller before we move it around as well. So I'm taking from the corner and just dragging. Moving it back up in so we can make it even a little bit smaller. Okay, I think that'll work. Size it up so it's the right width. Hit the green check mark, and then using the move tool, you can slide it down so it's right beneath that bar. So now we have the main portion of the card done. We just need to add our photo. So I'm going to open up the family photo I've got over here. And I can use click and drag using the move tool over into our card. I'll take just a minute. Okay, and then I can use my arrow keys and get that sized in there just right. Okay, I'm going to add a little shadow to the tag and the little strip. So I'm going to select the tag and double click on the low drop shadow up here in the corner. I'm going to edit that so that it is 10, 15, and 50. Actually, we'll go 40 on this one. I hit OK. And then I can come over here and right click and do copy layer style and come to the shape. You want to add the shadow to the shape and not to the pattern that's filling it. So we're going to right click and paste layer style. And then we have our shadows in there. So there's the first card. I'm going to go ahead and minimize those two. Alright, and then the second card looks like this. I'm going to make that smaller as well. I'm going to start a new document, and this time it is 7 by 5. Okay. We're going to draw a few shapes here and then drop the patterns in. So using the rectangle tool, going to hold down the shift key so I can draw a perfect square about that large. Then I can move it up into the document. Holding down the Alt key, I'm going to click and drag holding the shift key down just like that. And then I'm going to change the size of this block by dragging from the top up to the edge of the document. And I'll click on the green check mark to lock that in. Okay, so now I'm going to click and drag from this side Get it about the same distance. And this time I'm just going to make the shape larger by dragging out the side and also the bottom. Perfect. Okay, ready to drop in some photos and patterns. Okay, so here's the photo I want. I'm going to click and drag over into our document. I'm going to slide it in over here. I'm going to do Control G or Command G to snap it into that box underneath so I can kind of move it around inside of it. And you can also size it some more after you have it in there. I'm just going to size it down so it's more of the correct width. Okay, perfect. I'm going to drop in some patterns. So I'm going to select this bottom box here and I'm going to drop in this paisley pattern. And slide it over to the area that I want shown. And I'll do Command G or Control G to snap that in place. Now I'm going to bring in the stripe pattern. First I'm going to select this top rectangle and drag the stripe pattern in. Make this a little bit larger so I can see. Alright, so I'm going to just move this up and over. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so there's more stripe showing. And then I can take it from the corner and click and drag to rotate. And I'll hit enter to lock that in. And then Command G to have it snap into the clipping mask. Okay, so now we're going to bring in this green tag from the starter kit. And I'm going to move it to the very top. Okay, and we're going to make this tag longer. So I'm going to hold down the Alt key and the Shift key and I'm going to drag it over. And I'm going to select the rectangular marquee tool and I'm just going to select the left side of the tag and hit delete. And it's just going to lop off that side of the tag. Okay, using the move tool and holding the Alt and Shift keys again, I'm just going to move it out even larger. Okay, then I'm going to select all three of these tags over here in the layers palette and do Command E, and that just merges all three of those together so that when we apply our shadow, it will apply correctly. Okay, so I'm going to do some type here. Using my type tool, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make the 72 will work. And I'm going to just put in 2010. Slide that over by the tag and then I'm going to size it down so that it's the correct size. And slide it over. Okay, now we're just going to type happy. Using our move tool, we're going to move that down and then size it down. So that it fits next to the 2010. Okay, now we're going to type in holidays, all in caps. We're going to size that down as well. Okay, so now we're going to drop some colors into these words using the solids from the pack. I'm going to select the 2010 and drag in the blue color. Okay, and doing Command G or Control G, that'll just drop that color into the type below. I'm going to select happy and I'm also going to select holidays. And I'm going to do that same merging thing by doing Control E or Command E. And then that merges those two together. So now I can drag in the red pattern, move it over, do Command G or Control G, and it puts the color into both of those. Okay, I'm going to select the tag here. I'm going to drop in a shadow, and I'll edit the shadow so it's a little more subtle. 15, 10, and 50. I'll hit OK, and that finishes up that card. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you try out some different photo cards for this holiday season coming up, and thanks for watching.